Hello, everybody. I am jumping on live here because I'm not sure if you guys are going to watch this after the fact or if you guys are going to jump on here with me. But I thought I would feature some of our mid-season titles. These are some of our newest books that have become available as of October 1st. And they are some of the best. Sorry, I am a little distracted here as I'm pulling this up to make sure that I can still see. I see, no, I'm on live. Okay, so this is one of our first ones. This is a combined volume of our just so stories. And what those are kind of like a cautionary tale on how animals get the way that they do, such as how the elephant got his trunk and how the leopard got his spots and how the whale got his throat, how the camel got his hump, why the kangaroo jumps. And the pictures in this are absolutely beautiful, beautifully done. And they're just fun, silly stories. Obviously, they're not exactly how it would be. Such as here, this elephant is going down and he says, "Hello, Mr. Crocodile, what do you eat?" And all of a sudden, the crocodile reaches up. See how the elephant has a real short nose? The crocodile reaches up and grabs onto his nose and gives it a pull, and hence stretching it out. And so from then on, all elephants have a long trunk. And the rhino got his skin by getting stuck in it when he goes to go swimming. So just super cute, fun, engaging stories that will keep the kiddos giggling and laughing as they are learning about these fun, silly stories. So another one of our newest titles that is one of my absolute favorite is this Life Size. And Life Size is a book that talks about all sorts of different animals and creatures and compares the actual life-size version of them. So in here, this is a little bee hummingbird, and that's actual size. And then when you turn the page, there is a polar bear's paw. So this, it encourages you to give the polar bear a high five. That's the actual size of a adult male polar bear. And there's different ones in here, such as a squid's eye and a giraffe's tongue, a toucan's beak, and so you can actually compare. And here's kangaroo ears, so you actually put them up on your head there, and you can become a little kangaroo or your child. And then in the back of the book, it talks about all of these creatures and in comparison to how many books tall they are. So like this giraffe is 18 of these life-size books tall. And I believe that the book is actually like 12 inches or such, but it talks that it's 18 of them tall. So it would be really easy to set it out on the floor and then just flip it up to get to how tall you would be. So your kids can actually visualize how tall those objects are. And then a brand new storybook that we got is Fox's Box. So Fox gets this box and he wonders what's inside of it. So he asks his friend and they chime in, such as, "Bigger than my house," said the scared mouse. And "I hope it's a log," said the greedy frog. And these pictures are done using patterns. So that frog is made up of little peas. And the box is different patterned papers and such. So they're just beautiful pictures again. And just fun, cute little rhyming beginner book story. And then activity books, of course, we have unicorns. This is a newer concept. It's a size of a small sticker book, and inside the paper or the pages are a bit more paper-like. And on one side is black and white, the other side is color. But then instead of stickers in the front, there's transfers. And so these I encourage to take like a pen top or something, and you place it over where you would like it to go, and you just rub it completely, and it will transfer from the paper here onto the book where you would like it. So unicorns, what little girl doesn't love unicorns? And then we also got a new little sparkly sticker book that's super fun and super sparkly. And because I know Brianna is a homeschool mama, I've got some homeschool curriculum favorites, or sure to become favorites. Here is Usborne History of Science in 100 Pictures. So this works kind of like a timeline. I believe similar to like classical conversations and the like there. And so it works through history and uses pictures and a brief description. So this is a great introduction to a subject, or to compare like when this happened versus that happened. And it connects them. And then I believe that this is also internet linked or internet referenced, as most of our nonfiction books tend to be. Yes, internet linked. So here it talks about how our internet links work. So super fun for homeschoolers. Another fun one is our 2 new STEM books. These are a hardcover book, but they are scribble books. So they are intended to be written in. And we've got science and engineering, I believe. Yes, engineering. And there are just lots of different activities in here that focus on science, and it's a little bit more engaging and welcoming to the older kids than some of our doodle pads, and just lots of different activities in here for them to complete. So kind of like our academy books, but a little bit more broad subject. And again, the hardcover with the closing strap there. And then a new picture book that we have is Dragon Post. And this is about a little boy who discovers a dragon in his basement. And he's not quite sure what to do. So he writes the fire brigade to ask what to do. And the fire brigade responds with this little letter in the envelope. And it's just absolutely adorable. So, goodness me, a baby dragon in your house? Crikey, it must be lost. As well as being really scary, dragons are a serious fire hazard, especially young dragons. If you have to keep it, and I really think you should not, then make sure it is moist at all times. You never know when it might erupt into flames. Golly, just thinking about it is bringing me out in a sweat. Hang on. Phew, I just had to dunk myself in a bucket of cold water to calm down. I suggest you do the same with the dragon. Douse it in water right away. Yours frightfully, Henry Drant. P.S. Crikey. So it's this absolutely adorable little letter. And there's actually 5 letters included in the book that he writes for different problems to somebody different. And those letters slip right back into the letter or the envelope as he goes through and follows the suggestions that each of the letters provides him. And in the end, the dragon goes to live somewhere else and writes back with Dragon Post. And then because I think kids these days really need to work on their manners. As parents, I think we take it for granted because we were brought up with manners that we don't necessarily take that extra step all of the time to introduce them. Or if we do, when they go out into the real world, school, playground, all sorts of different places, they encounter situations that they're not quite sure what to do. So this one covers lots of different situations in not so many words. You know, a lot of manners books have tons and tons of words, and this one is done very well with a normal picture book version of words or amount of words, and it covers things such as being greedy, being rude, saying excuse me and please and thank you, and just being respectful. And it's done very well, written for preschool and early elementary appropriateness. And then that's all I have for brand new titles. We do have a couple new chapter books. We've got some additions to our Ella Diaries. There's 3 more in this series, and those are written in diary form. So kind of graphic novel, but not really. But kind of that handwriting concept. So perfect for like 3rd, 4th grade. And there's a new mystery book and a couple others. And I would be happy to show those to you, or you can find them at wereadtogether.com by clicking on new titles and sorting by created on, and you'll see all of them. Now, this is a new title that came out with the last major catalog, and I thought I would feature it. The video is about to end here, but I thought I would just show real briefly that it compares lots of different things to each other, compares them to people, compares the sizes, of countries or of animals. The whole book is about comparisons. So just super fun to compare those things. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great night.